I'm going to try something a little stupid. This is an old DVD player that I've been tinkering with. I've played around with the crystals in it a little bit just to see if I could upgrade it to a much more precision oscillator to use in conjunction with a precision oscillator for this old Lorex wireless night vision camera. With this case, it's actually fairly heavy, so I'm actually just going to leave that case off and just have the parts itself. I'm going to mount that on my little tiny Pitts S1S biplane there and see if it can't fly with that on there. The reason for using a precision oscillator is so you don't get as much interference, or the interference is a little less noticeable. But I'm actually not going to do that. I haven't actually got any precision crystals, so I'm just going to put this one back together, make sure it all works, and tape this little camera on there and see what happens. Maybe we'll get something interesting. Okay, I've got everything put back together now. I just have to test the camera. I'm actually sending the power right through this little headphone jack here and then sending the video data right back into the unit here. So it's all been modified at one point in time. I had it set up like this so it would be extra easy just to plug and play. So I just had to plug in power and then plug in my receiver unit here, which as I was acting kind of weird, I was wondering that was turned off. And I got my camera over here, it's on charge, so I'm going to turn the camera on, channel 1. Let's see if I can't get a picture. There we go, it's working. I don't have an antenna on my receiver, so I don't expect it to be clear. It looks black and white, but that is actually in color, so I'll be putting this little antenna on the receiver and see if that helps it any. And then we'll do a range check. It's starting to get dark outside. I'll probably end up trying to fly it tomorrow, but I'll get everything ready tonight. This is just another quick little range check. So far, not so good. The camera is actually just outside. I'm going to hold the antenna in the air, see if I can't get it to do anything. Let's see. 3, 4, 1. So yeah, definitely not very strong signal. It is sitting on the ground though. Oh, there we go, there's something. Yeah, it's laying on the concrete. I'm just outside off the curb, so it's not a direct signal. Probably if I went outside with this, or if the plane was in the air, it would work okay. It's also really dark outside, so that might be another one of the issues. But if I can point the antenna to certain directions, maybe even match the polarization. There was an image a second ago. There it is. Well, let's see. Almost looks like one of those screwed up mist books. And it's trying. Yeah, there we go. We match the polarization of the antenna. And you can kind of get an image there. But I'm indoors, the camera's sitting on the ground, so it's definitely not ideal conditions. We'll just have to wait and see. What I had actually tried instead, using a bigger antenna, and I'm sitting all the way down here, and I am able to get just a little bit of a signal. So I think this is the route I'm going to go, since it's the simplest and easiest. I can just set the transmitter down with the antenna here and let her go. Seems to be picking it up a lot better. So yeah, we'll try that. It's definitely getting dark outside. I think we're going to have it something like that on there, just to give it a sort of a pilot's view in a way. This is the little Pitts S1S I was talking about earlier. Now I'll just put some tape in between the circuit boards and have the battery laying out on the side like that to help make it a little lower profile. Shouldn't add too much weight to it, and should still be pretty balanced, but I'll check that in just a second. Another problem I'm having with it is the actual transmitter I'm using to control the plane does interfere with this camera's receiver no matter what channel that I'm on, so I might get it out there and find that after I get it in the air, the signal from this little camera here is just too weak, and it just won't work. Okay, just another test. I've got the camera in my room. I'm out in the garage right now. Yeah, there we go. Channel, should be channel 1. Yeah, I'm on channel 1 now. And as you can see, the camera is on the airplane. And this seems to be running good. But whenever I turn my transmitter on, I start getting a lot of interference. So let me go ahead and bind the controller anyways. Didn't like that. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Now it's fine. So I'm turning the rudder, it makes the airplane move a little bit. Now let's just run into the box there. Plop. That's funny. Anyways, we'll try taking off tomorrow. Alright, it's the next day now. What I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to do just a little taxi test, just to make sure everything's working right. So far everything looks pretty good. So just power everything on, make sure there isn't too much interference. I ended up having to glue the lens on the camera because the vibration from the motor was causing it to come loose. Alright. There it goes. Those lines are actually from the prop. Hopefully that won't be too big of an issue. I'm not very good at taxiing, apparently. So now the interference is starting to bother a little more. I'm tempted just to take off, but I'm worried about losing a signal. Oop. Yeah. Oops. Got the plane back. Now I'm just going to try to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out there, I'm going to fly it normally, just leave the camera here and come back and review the footage afterwards to see how good the signal goes when I'm flying. So we'll see what happens. data assessment on the crash. Just the front landing gear has come loose, and styrofoam's broken up. That can be fixed with hot glue, but I should warn anybody who fixes styrofoam planes with hot glue, it does add a lot of weight to them, especially to these smaller ones. One last flight test. I'll probably crash it again, so hopefully you'll see it. Looks like it's might be moving a little bit. Maybe I can jolt the throttle a little bit. Let me go see. It's stuck out there pretty good. I think the prop came off or it broke, because I don't hear the fan run when I go to the throttle. I just hear the motor screaming. I readjusted my antenna so you can get a better view of where it's stuck at. It's got to be at least 30 feet or so up. Maybe we'll have a big windstorm. We've been having a lot of those recently, so yeah, maybe there's a chance to have it come down. Probably means I'm going to lose 2 batteries, but that's no big deal. Batteries are replaceable. So is the airplane, so it's not a terrible big deal. Yeah. As it'll just keep transmitting like that until the battery goes dead. Anyways, thanks for watching.